What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back again with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Matthew, a person I battle off my Discord server. So if you guys are interested in a Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle and trade Discord chat room and a place to hang out and find Wi-Fi battles, definitely check out my Discord server. A link will be in the description. Now, me and Matthew are having an underused battle today, as Matthew's packing a pretty threatening underused team featuring, Scizor, Latias, and Raikou, which are just somehow in the underused tier, but we're not going to say anything about the power creep in Sun and Moon. I complain about it in almost every video, but I'm using a pretty powerful team myself featuring, Nidoking, which is an absolute beast with sheer force, Scarf Chandelure with sticky webs, and we also have a Defog Cockblock with Milotic, and we also have Guts Heracross because instead of using it in RU where it's absolutely broken, we're going to use it in UU where it's absolutely broken. So we're going to be left with Guts Heracross because the Empoleon lead against my sticky webs is so obvious. Like, I literally was like, it's either Empoleon or it's Empoleon. So I let off with Heracross. We're able to get that play correctly. Turn 1 as my opponent's going to switch into the Primarina. Now, I wasn't really afraid of Scald burning me because I have Guts. So I just go straight for Sword Stance. And my opponent brings in the Primarina straight up, and I'm like, oh, you have made a big mistake. So apparently my opponent was not expecting the Guts set. He thought I was Scarf, but no, I am Sword Stance with Facade, and Primarina is not taking a +2 Guts boosted Facade from Heracross, so that annoying threat is gone. Down goes Primarina as Heracross gets a kill, turn 2, very wonderful, as now my opponent's going to bring in the Latias. Now, unfortunately for me, like his team with Heracross, I don't have a switch into Latias, so I'm forced to sack off something here, as I think Nidoking's actually the most expendable member of my team, but we dodged Draco. Not that it really matters because Latias can outspeed me the following turn and then connect the Draco Meteor. I'm not too sure why she didn't just Psyshock me or he didn't just Psyshock me, but whatever. Down goes my Nidoking. I guess he didn't want to give me a free switch into my Crocodile, which is potentially Choice Scarf like most Crocodiles are, so I can definitely understand him double Dracoing me. As now, I'm going to bring in said Thug Life, my Crocodile, as I want to bluff the Choice Scarf, and I mean most Crocodiles that are Scarf run Moxie, but some run Intimidate, as you'll see in this battle actually. So my opponent's actually going to switch into his own Crocodile, which actually carries Intimidate as well. So I'm thinking he's like a Life Orb Stealth Rock set, but then I remembered, I'm like, wait, Empoleon's on the team, so that can't be Stealth Rock. So what kind of set is he? Is he like Dread Plate? Is he like Life Orb? I'm not too sure, but I'm not going to stay in here because I'm not trying to get my item knocked off here. So I'm going to switch out and going in dry my Heracross because I should be able to tank a knockoff or any move my opponent wants to go for, as thankfully Heracross just tanks the knockoff, and we don't really care about losing our item because we already have the Flame Orb active, which is very nice for me. And now we can just scare out the Crocodile here, as I guess I can't really tell if he's Scarf or not because, I mean, I know he's not Life Orb, so he's either Dread Plate or he's Choiced, and I'm going to go for Close Combat anyways, as Scizor comes in and it almost drops to the freaking Guts boosted Close Combat. Guts Heracross, I definitely underestimated. I mean, I know it's in like every single RE team, but I really thought it would just not do anything in the UU meta, but I guess it still hits really hard, and Scizor, I don't think he can knock me out with Bullet Punch, and my opponent realizes that, so he decides to switch out and brings in Latias. Does he think Latias can take a close combat? I don't think he could take a close combat that great. It gets 2-hit KO'd easily, like effortlessly gets 2-hit KO'd, and man, this Heracross is actually carrying my team at the moment, which is actually great. I'm just so surprised how this thing's actually in RU somehow. I mean, I understand usage statistics are the only reason why it's in RU, but like, I feel like it's so good to not use it. I don't know, maybe it's just me, and that's just the power creep. Once again, I'm gonna stop complaining about it. But now in comes Ariados, because I have no other Draco switch in, so I'm gonna bring in Ariados here and get the Focus Sash proc, and I don't have a Draco switch in, so I'm forced to sack off my Ariados, but most Ariados do carry a priority move like Sucker Punch, so hope my opponent does expect that, and he actually does switch out, probably wanting to save it for later, and he's going to bring in the Empoleon, as I'm able to get up the sticky webs, which is pretty handy, but Empoleon also carries Defog like most Empoleons do, and since he had a Latias, I'm like, he definitely has Defog on this team, so I'm going to bring in the Milotic here, hoping I switch into Defog, as thankfully we do, and I'm like, yes, we get the competitive boost, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to get the +2 special attack with Milotic, we're going to get nice set up, but then I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm in front of an Empoleon, and Empoleon literally walls me for days, so I go for Hydro Pump because I don't have Hidden Power Electric. I have freaking Mirror Coat because I'm very smart. So we're gonna go for Hydro Pump at +2. It does nothing. It literally does nothing. And now he's gonna roar me out and bring me into my Heracross, and I'm like, oh, that sucks for him because, you know, now he's gonna pretty much force a sack off something once again, unless he wants to potentially give me free sticky webs, which will be really bad for him considering he's facing Guts Heracross and all that fun stuff. So he's actually gonna sack off his Scizor here. Scizor actually doing nothing in an underused battle makes me very happy on the inside, because Scizor is probably like the most broken Pokemon in the UU tier, maybe like next to Latias. Like somehow that I'm just so shocked that these Pokemon managed to stay underused. But I mean, at the same time, I shouldn't be shocked. Like it comes back to like a Sun and Moon power creep. I don't know, I just can't accept the change. Anyway, in comes Raikou, and I'm like, okay, I should be able to tank a Hidden Power Ice from this thing. I'm expecting him to expect my switch into Crocodile, so he does go for Hidden Power Ice, but Heracross at -1 spit off is going to get knocked out by the Hidden Power Ice, so unfortunate. But now we're going to bring in the Crocodile to make it look like we are Choice Scarf once again, because Scarf Crocodile is definitely a common thing in the underused tier, and we're just bluffing the Choice Scarf at this point, as my opponent's going to take the bluff. He's going to switch out, and he's going to switch into his own Crocodile, and I figured he might want to bring in the Latias on the potential Earthquake, so instead of going for Earthquake, I went for Knockoff. That was a pretty, you know, obvious play, but we're able to knock off his own Crocodile's Choice Scarf, which is why I'm like, I guess Intimidate Crocodile, run Choice Scarf too. So I'm like, oh, that's funny. And now I'm gonna bring in my Elise here, knowing he doesn't have Moxie, and you know, I know he's Scarf now, so that's good to know. And he's gonna lock himself into Earthquake here. So I'm gonna be forced to sack off my Elise, but that is fine. Elise didn't really do anything in this battle, unfortunately. I literally like baited out Defog, and that's it. That's all it did, and it took a Draco for me. Thank you, here it goes. But now we're gonna bring in Milotic here, force out with the Crocodile to bring in Empoleon. I knew he was gonna bring in Empoleon because I did knock off his Choice Scarf, but I decided to go for Hydro Pump anyway just to play it safe and just weaken the Empoleon a little bit more, as it does do about a quarter. I do get a crit there, which kind of sucks for him, but my Milotic's crits are like tickling the Empoleon, so I don't really feel that bad about them in all honesty. So now I'm going to switch out my Azura once again, and I'm just going to bring and blow me away my Chandelure, hoping we can just weaken this Empoleon a little bit. He's just going to lay up them Stealth Rocks once again. Or actually, this is the first time he's been laying him up, because I just had Heracross cock block the Empoleon turn 1 because I anticipated him to lead off with Empoleon because of how well it did against my team. That or Raikou. And either way, like, I had Crocodile for Raikou. So anyway, I'm going to go for Shadow Ball here with my Chandelure. I don't really need it anymore because Scizor is dead. So we get a nice juicy Spadaf drop. And now Scald is going to actually knock me out because he's in the Torrent range. Unfortunately, I thought maybe I would knock him a little bit outside of Torrent range so I wouldn't die to Scald, but I guess I knocked him right into Torrent, which kind of blows, but not much I can do about that. Or maybe it just straight up knocks me out, I'm not too sure. But anyway, I'm going to bring in my Thug Life here, my Crocodile once again, as we should be able to just deal with this thing with a nice Earthquake, solid Earthquake damage, as we're going to get the useless Intimidate. I think Moxie is definitely better on Scarf Crocodile, in my opinion, but I'm actually going to expect him to bring in his own Crocodile to get the Intimidate off of my Crook, so I bring in Azura here, hoping he switches out, as thankfully my opponent does switch out, and he's going to bring in Crocodiles. So yes, he's going to get the Intimidate, and not only is going to get the Intimidate, he's going to give me the nice competitive boost, give me +2 special attack. Not only that, we also carry the SOS battle item, the Adrenaline Orb, which is going to give me +1 speed when you get intimidated, the specific situation scenario that actually came through for once in my life. So I'm very glad I didn't get rid of Adrenaline Orb. And now I'm going to go for the Ice Beam here, and I probably should have went for Hydro Pump because the Empoleon switch was definitely obvious, as we get another critical hit on the Empoleon. But these crits, even though they look useless, I definitely think they matter now, because now I'm at +2 special attack, +1 speed, and it looks like Empoleon is in a range of Hydro Pump, and it just gets knocked out, and I'm like, thank God. So it looks like I'm not going to lose this battle. My Milotic's going to come through late game, and I think at +1 speed, +2 special attack, everything's going to drop to Hydro Pump at this point. In comes Raikou. I don't think Raikou can live a +2 Hydro Pump, you know, unless I miss Hydro Pump and it lands to the side, then it can live the Hydro Pump, as Thunderbolt should be able to knock out my Azura, but it looks like he's not Choice Specs. He might be Z-Move, I'm not too sure, but now I'm going to go for Hydro Pump once again, as we're just going to miss, and I'm like, like, this game hates me. Like, I thought, like, I lucked out, like, the crits allowed me to get the sweep off with the Milotic, and the game's like, nope. Nope. You wanted to speak to that Milotic? Hell no. Take this L. So now I'm gonna bring in Crocodile. I'm like, I can still win. I could still potentially win. I mean, it's not over yet. He might think I'm Choice Scarf still, and unfortunately, he doesn't think I'm Choice Scarf and goes for Hidden Power Ice. Or maybe he does. He just figures sacking off Raikou is the best play because you know it's 1-3. But he's going to activate my weakness policy because I'm weakness policy Crocodile. I'm supposed to get the sticky webs up and just go through with the, power trip sweeping because, weakness policy gives you 80 increased base power with the power trip, and then you get bulk up as well to give you +2 more boost, and then you have like 140 base power trip, and then if you have Moxie you can also increase the boost even more. But I think having Intimidate allows you to set up bulk up better, and then you can just get the weakness policy a lot easier that way. But definitely comes with the personal preference. I think regular Crocodile is a lot better than this moveset, but I use really weird sets intentionally to find a weird way to win. I like to find weird win cons in Pokemon, but we're going to lose the battle of Matthew. I definitely think I deserved that loss, even though I missed 2 Hydras in a row. I don't think I should have gotten Sweep Out with my Loaded to begin with. If I didn't get those crits on Empoleon, I would have been roared out, and then it would have come down to if you I don't know, I think it would have been over, honestly. So, hope you guys did enjoy this Wi-Fi battle, as it was a very close but fun battle indeed. If you guys did enjoy the Wi-Fi battle and want to support the channel, please be sure to leave a like on the video, as it's the best way to show your support towards the channel and help it grow, and I really, really appreciate it. Anyways, the question of the day is going to be, which Pokemon in the UU tier do you think is the strongest in the meta at the moment? Let me know in the comments down below, as I have no idea what's actually good in the underused tier metagame. I'm more knowledgeable in overused, but underused is definitely a weak point, and it's probably the easiest tier to beat me in because I have no knowledge on the underused tier. And I don't know, there's a lot of broken Pokemon that are probably low-key that I'm not ready for. But yeah, I definitely think that Venomoth is low-key so good and underused if you use it properly. I haven't used it yet, but I'm definitely on my way to reading a Venomoth. I have a Quiver Pass one. I guess I could just use that, but it doesn't have Tinted Lens. It has the other ability, like Wonder Skin or something like that, or Shield Dust. That's what it is. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think the most powerful Pokemon in the EU tier is at the moment, or just in your personal opinion. And yeah, I'll check you guys in my next video. Alright, peace.